Hey guys, I'm going to go through the homework, which was the maze, and I'm going to try and go through this pretty quick because I don't want to take up a lot of our lesson time today. But we've got 3x is equal to 24. Here we're going to do the inverse of multiplying by 3, which is dividing by 3 on both sides. We should get x is equal to 8. So let's go to the next screen and we'll see where our path is going to take us. So we got x is equal to 8, so that means we're going to go straight down. And so the next problem we should be looking at is 4 is equal to x over 7. In 4 is equal to x over 7, we're going to do the inverse. We're going to do the opposite of dividing by 7. We're going to multiply both sides by 7. So I'm going to times by 7 on this side, and I'm going to times by 7 on this side. We get x is equal to 7 times 4, which is going to be 7 doubled is 14, 14 doubled is 28. So we're looking for x equals 28. So there is x equals 28. We're going upwards, and now we're looking at this one. 12 is equal to x over 4. So in order to isolate the variable and get x by itself, we're going to do the opposite of dividing by 4. So the inverse of dividing by 4 is multiplying by 4. We're going to multiply by 4 on both sides. That's going to give me x is equal to 12 times 4, which is 48. So it looks like we're going down. And like I said, we're going straight down. Now we're going to do 28 is equal to 2x. To solve this one, we need to get x by itself. This time we're going to do the inverse of multiplying by 2, which is dividing by 2. If we do it to one side, we have to do it to the other side. So we get x is equal to 14. So now we're going down and to the left, and the next problem we're going to do is x over 10 is equal to 5. So to solve this one, we've got x divided by 10, so we're going to do the inverse of dividing by 10. We're going to multiply by 10 on both sides. We're going to multiply by 10 on the left and the right. So those cancel. We get x is equal to 5 times 10, which is 50. And so now we know that the answer is 50. We're going to come straight down here. We should do the next one, which is x over 3 is equal to 15. To isolate the variable and get x by itself, we're going to do the inverse, or the opposite of dividing by 3, which is we're going to multiply by 3 on both sides. So those cancel. We get x is equal to 3 times 15, which is 45. And so we're going up and to the right. The next problem we're going to do is 18 is equal to 3x. So to isolate this variable, we need to get rid of this timesing by 3. So the inverse of timesing by 3 is divide by 3. We're going to do that on both sides. Those 3's cancel. We get x is equal to 18 divided by 3 is 6. So now we're going straight up. So now we got 8 is equal to x over 4. To solve this one, we are going to do the inverse of dividing by 4. So the opposite, or the inverse of dividing by 4, is multiplying by 4. So I'm going to multiply by 4 on this side, and I'm going to multiply by 4 on this side. So those cancel. I get x is equal to 8 times 4, which is going to be 32. And so now we're going up and to the right. The next one we should do is 5 is equal to x over 6. Now in the next one we've got 5 is equal to x over 6, and we want to isolate the x, so we're going to do the inverse of dividing by 6. The inverse of dividing by 6 is multiplying by 6. We're going to do that on both sides. I get 30 is equal to x. So we are going to go down. Alright, going down, our next one is going to be 7 is equal to x over 5. And now to do this one here, we are going to isolate the variable again, so we're going to do the inverse of dividing by 5. We're going to multiply by 5. On the left side and the right side, I get 35 is equal to x. So we're going straight down. Our next one should be x over 9 is equal to 3. To solve this one, we're going to get x by itself, so we're going to do the inverse of dividing by 9. We're going to multiply by 9. If I do it to the left, I'm going to do it to the right. I get 27 is equal to x. So we are going down and to the right. We got 48 is equal to 2x. To isolate the variable, we want to get x by itself, so we're going to do the inverse of timesing by 2. We're going to divide by 2 on both sides. X is equal to 24. So we got x is equal to 24, so we're going up. The next problem should be 78 is equal to 3x. On this one, 78 is equal to 3x, we're going to do the inverse of multiplying by 3. So the inverse of timesing by 3 is dividing by 3. I'm going to do that to both sides. 78 divided by 3, 3 is going to go into 7 2 times, leaving 1 left over. 2 times, leaving 1 left over. And 3 goes into 18 6 times. So I get x is equal to 26. So we are going to continue our path upwards. The next problem we should have is 4 times something equals 29. 4 times some number is 29. In order to get the x by itself, we're going to do the inverse of multiplying by 4. The inverse of multiplying by 4 is dividing by 4. 4 goes into 9 twice. 1's going to be left over. Combined with the 2 would be 12. 4 goes into 12 3 times. Looks like 23 is our answer. So we got 23. We're going to go straight upwards. We should have 6x is equal to 186. On this one, we've got 6 times something equals 186, and we're going to do the inverse of timesing by 6. So the inverse of multiplying by 6 is dividing by 6 on both sides. We get x is equal to 6 goes into 18 3 times, 6 goes into 6 1 time. I get x is equal to 31. And that means we go to the right. And that should do it. This should take us all the way to the finish line. So here is your path. We went down, up and to the right, down, down and to the left, down and to the right, up and to the right, up and to the right, down, down, down and to the right, up, and directly to the right. And that's how you should have done the homework for Friday.